Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. We're going to start by giving tzedakah. Good tzedakah. Hashem is like Ula. Through giving tzedakah, Mashiach should come. And we're going to, this whole series, and specifically, this whole series is in honor of all the Eretz Yisroel and the safety and security, specifically the hostages and the soldiers, and specifically Yosef Yitzchak and Simcha. And today we're going to focus on Inbas Yafat. That Mr. Hashem should be healthy and safe. And only good, only good. Okay, we're going to finish off this Maimer. And today we're going to also, the Rav Shab is going to summarize what he's been trying to, the message. What's the take-home message we're going to learn about today? But we're going to start off by discussing how much Hashem loves us. It's a little bit interesting, but I guess this is we have the Derech Shvi version, and this is the Derech Hamishi version, the Rav Shab version. Let's see. It says in the Medrash, Isha b'Medrash Rabbah. It says in the Medrash, b'Midbar, Pasha Beis, Sikta, Tesazayin, says, Af al pi sha'atem, loy ami shetevakshu, li parid, mimeni, ani lo yeh lachem, ein daiti mishtaveis imachem, ela ba'al karchachem, tiyu ami. So Hashem says, you guys want to get rid of me. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to connection. You want the credit cards. You don't want me. But I don't want that. I want to be with you. And even against against your will, I still want to be with you. It says, it come up in your mind that God forbid it should be this way, but it came up on the Jewish people's mind. We want to separate from Hashem. If not for Hashem's outstretched strong arm, I'm going to rule on you. It shows how special we are in front of Hashem. Meaning that it's like a parent and a child. A child, goes to the parent, oh, I hate you. I want to be with you. I want to go somewhere else. But the problem is the child is a little older, not so young. And the parent is a good parent. The parent understands everything. So the parent tell the child, no, I'm here. I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. And the child is very foolish, obviously. It reminds me of one of my all-time favorite stories. I haven't said this in years. But I remember when I was younger, still a bacher, it's getting years ago. I was with my brother in Australia, and we were walking with his daughter. She was young, maybe 7, 8. I'm walking past the bakery. A kosher bakery over there. And so she's like, oh, I want whatever it was, a Danish. So he's like, no, he goes, no, now we're not going to get it. And so she was like, oh, I'm so angry at you. She stormed off. We're on the street. And she stormed off to the end of the block. But she's old enough, mature enough to know that she can't cross the street by herself. So she walks into the street ahead of us. And then she waits like this with her hand up, waiting for his hand so she can cross the street, because she can't cross the street by herself. She needs to cross the street with she needs to hold his hand. And I was like, and I was analyzing it after. It's so funny. You hate him, and you're like, oh, you don't really hate him, but you're like, oh, I hate you. But you don't get your little Danish, but you can't even cross the street by yourself. But this is sort of what we do. The unfortunate story of my friend, that he said, I'm worried that the person Hashem wants me to marry, that I'm worried because the person that Hashem wants me to marry is not the one that I want to marry. Where we get confused a little bit. It doesn't make any sense. Hashem knows better than you who you should be marrying. So too, that's what we're saying, that even though we come and we say, you know what, I want to be like all the goyim. We'll live the life of a guy. It doesn't make any sense. But we do this. So Hashem, he needs to push through this. Because and that's really much he loves us. He could have said, you know what, you don't want to be connected with me. Yazun to hate, enjoy life, be like a guy, see how that works out for you. But he doesn't do that, and he pulls through. Because this is because it's from a deep place of love. And this is shaykh to a yid. This is a love that a yid has. We have this deep relationship, even though we're the ones saying, I want to be like all the goyim, but it doesn't work that way, and Hashem is reinforcing that love that He has for us. And therefore Hashem has to force us for our good. And sometimes it has to be difficult, it has to be rough a little bit. For our own benefit, just like any good parent, a good parent is not a parent that lets a kid do whatever they want. That's not healthy. A good parent has healthy boundaries. Like it says in Sanhedrin, Amar Rav Nachman said, Kal ki hai richs, all this anger, this wrath. I'll skip the brackets for now. Have the anger on us, but redeem us. It's like the story of a chassid that he did something. I don't remember what it was. So Rebbe called him a chassid shaita, like a foolish chassid. So he made a hole for bringing downstairs 770. They were called me a chassid. So that's like a real shaita. But what Rav Nachman was saying, that he's saying, even though Hashem, you get angry, like do whatever it takes, but save us. Like we're lost, we're like confused people, and if we had it our way, we would want to be like the goyim. Imagine, like it doesn't make any sense. And so therefore Hashem comes and He pushes through all our craziness, and He sticks with us. And He says he brings down in the brackets from Rashi, he goes, "Mi'itein v'yavoy lanu esakas achema." Yes, Amar Rav Nachman, kol hayrich, so all this wrath, mi'itein, who will give v'yavoy lanu esakas b'chema shfucha emlech alechem, who's going to give us His anger, and with chema shfucha, with that pouring of wrath, shall rule over you. Sheyig aleinu bal karchenu, meaning that you will rule over us. You'll redeem us against our will. Yimlech aleinu, and you rule over us. Like we were saying before, that we got so confused. Hashem has to like push through all of our craziness. It's like the Yidden in Mitzrayim saying in the desert, like, oh, let's go back to Mitzrayim. We had free fish. Free fish. You're living in Mitzrayim. But and this is life. We get comfortable, even if it's not comfortable. But we don't push ourselves, and so therefore we can fool ourselves in doing crazy things, and Hashem has to come and go against our will, because our will is so off, and to help us. Now, through the inner cry within us, we arouse the inner infinite light of Hashem, Baruch Hu, till Hasam Matza Aksa Disal. Over there, it really matters what we do. So we're showing that ultimately this is what we're talking about before, about davening, the last moment, that through davening, coming from the depths of us, we can reach the depths of Hashem. That even though on this level, it's like 2 ounces across the street, that's who we are, to that level of Hashem, and really it's even more than that. But nevertheless, Hashem cares. Well, we're showing here that He cares, that even when we just say to ourselves, when we say to Hashem, I don't want to be with you, I'll do my own thing, still He stays connected. Now to summarize this. So now, what comes out of everything we said? And this is sort of the summary, this like his point. What is the Rebbe Shaf trying to bring out from all this discussion we've had for the last few memories? The Mash is Baruch V'Levavai. This that a person blesses himself in his heart and he says, it'll be good for me. Even if I'll do the sin, I'll do this avera, I'll eat this cake, I'll not do this davening, or I won't do this mitzvah, whatever it is. And we'll say it'll be fine, it'll be good. It's only the foolishness, comes only from the foolishness of the Yetzer Hara. That's a Yetzer Hara thought, to say such a thing. It covers over and it pushes away from the path of truth. Meaning, it's not just that we make the mistake. We make the mistake because we have to recognize what's happening. We have a Yetzer Hara that's convincing us, that's fooling us, that's telling us to do it. And it's hiding over the truth that we do essentially know. And the person that desires life, Tzarich liyois liboy b'shusay. So the goal is that we need to have our hearts in our control. Moyach, as we learned in Tanya recently, Moyach shalat alev, the mind rules over the heart, that we have the ability to rule over our heart desire. Just say no. That even though emotionally we'll want to do something, I want to do this thing, I want to watch this thing, I want to read this thing, I want to stay up late, I want to say this thing that I shouldn't say. And also to ourselves, this is not just outside of ourselves, also within ourselves. When we tell ourselves negative things. But we have to take control over our emotions, of our heart. We have to tell ourselves, this is something positive I'm saying. Am I saying something positive to myself or even to someone else outside of myself? Is that benefiting the world around me? Is that benefiting myself? Is that going to get me to do more mitzvahs? Like the famous Vart, not a famous Vart, but like if you notice when you read the Rebbe's letters a lot of the time, the Rebbe, like an action the Rebbe comes out, like brings out, is that you have to, how do you know when something's coming from the Yetzer Hara or the Yetzer Tov? It's a very simple calculation. You ask yourself, what is it leading me to do? If it's coming from the Yetzer Tov, then it'll lead me to do more good. So meaning you did something wrong. Chas v'shalom, we did an avera, whatever it was. Let's say we didn't wash nagavasa. We didn't daven. Chas v'shalom. So now you start to feel bad. Oh, I didn't daven. So now the thought process, you ask yourself, what's happening now? What am I going to do with this? So the natural, let's say, you're going to start going down the rabbit hole. And be like, oh, see, I'm not good. See, all my avodas don't worth anything. So you ask yourself, stop. Where's this voice leading me? Where's this discussion leading me? Is it going to lead me to do daven tomorrow? Is it going to lead me to do another mitzvah now? It's going to lead me to do something better? Or is it going to lead me down this negative path? And if it's leading me to the negative path, then it's the Yetzer Hara. It's taking control over me. So I have to control myself and take that even though I feel this way, stop. No, I need to do something positive now. I was talking to my friend about this actually recently. That talking about learning Torah, how it really changes a person. And what I was showing him is to recognize, and this is you can all try this. Is because he was telling me how he just listens to, like, he goes for a walk, everything he listens to some bitachon. That's more than listening, which is not bad, it's good. It's more powerful when you read yourself. And of course, it doesn't mean like the best is when you have like a chavrusa or something, someone to learn with, so you can really think about what you're learning, not just read it. Some people can do it by themselves, some people take some practice. But like for me, for sure, when I'm learning someone, it makes a big difference. But you learn it and you feel very different. And this is taking control. You realize you're having a bad day, you're in a bad mood, you didn't do something right, you didn't daven, let's say chas v'shalom, and it's nighttime, and you're like, oh man, I didn't daven today. So before your heart comes and starts beating you up, you say, oh, let me do something positive. Let me learn. Let me do chazar in the shiur. Or let me learn something. Let me give some tzedakah. Let me call a friend, see how they're doing. Something positive, something mitzvah. And when you do it, that's taking control. And this is sort of the problem where all these problems come from. We don't take control. And the Yetzer Hara is saying to us, I didn't daven. And then come later, you're a loser, you didn't daven. Come, let's watch a movie. Don't worry about it. Who cares? It's 11 o'clock at night. We'll watch, let's enjoy it, we'll feel good. And then you wake up, you feel bad again. And the spiral of negativity. And we have to get out of that. The divrei have havai shal Yetzer Hara. We shouldn't get involved in listening to this emptiness of the Yetzer Hara. V'yavin heitev, and we should know well darkei, our way. Meaning, this is exactly what we're talking about. We have to understand this whole discussion that I just talked about. Everyone has their version of it. We have to learn it. Everyone has to learn their version of where the Yetzer Hara comes in, where the Yetzer Tov. What can I do to change it? How can I overcome those desires and do what's right? I share Neita love that takes him away. And therefore, if we do that and we learn all those voices and we learn how to overcome them and listen to the right voice, then it'll be good for us. We're fulfilling Torah mitzvahs. We won't turn to the left or the right. Al yedei because of the Yetzer Hara. We won't listen to the Yetzer Hara. So we'll be able to go. Yetzer Hara, I'm not going to listen to him. Kikol Devarav Bekesher Yisaydam Makavana Raklan Asesi, because all that Yetzer Hara comes, the whole purpose really is just to test us. Levava Yavin as Emes, and our heart will know the truth. When we start to do this, we start to understand. Yetzer Hara. Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll be able to go well, straight, honest path in ways of Torah mitzvahs. And through this, we'll live a good life spiritually and physically. We'll have all good. And this is the summary. We have to recognize when the Yetzer Hara is coming to us, and we recognize what he's trying to do to us, and not let it get to us, and be able to overcome that and not listen. But I feel down now, and I want to eat that ice cream. It's going to make me feel so much better. It's not. And this is what we're learning. The Yetzer Hara is trying to fool you. It's not. Don't eat it. Go and learn something. Go do a mitzvah. That's what we're saying. And everyone in their own version. That's just one version, but everyone has their own version, and everyone has to learn these interactions. And we're having this all day. We have to recognize it. Or in the Rebbe's version, you could say the Rebbe's version would be more of, don't even think about those voices. Just keep on doing more mitzvahs. Two more Torah mitzvahs. And then any voice comes, you like, time to think about your voice. Is that a good voice or not a good voice? I don't know. Let me do another mitzvah. Let me help another yid. Let me learn some more. Anyway, kitzur. People that say, we should be like all the goyim. Lekabel mechitzenius. Hamakif, to receive from the Chitzenis Hamakif, like the Goyim. Let's be like the Goyim. I receive like the Goyim receive. The easy way. I want the credit cards. Nenashim biyad chazaka, they're punished with a strong hand. Kedei b'chdei in order sheyachzru b'tshuva, they should return in tshuva. Umitzad ha'ava pnimis, because of the inner love. Machrichim oisam al zeh, it forces them on this. Gam bo yifanim kashim, even in hard ways, because Hashem really loves us. Lirtach, Rahman al-Atzlan, v'lif rekinan. So Yavin hasas the Yetzem, we should learn. God refers with us, and but He will redeem us. We said today, it's like just like Rav Nachman said, just be angry at us, just take us out. We need help. And ultimately, we have to be careful. And we'll live with spiritual life and a physical life. It should be all good. Mitzvah Hashem, by all of us, we should recognize all these voices, and we should learn how to make the right choices, and we should win a little bit more than we lose. At least have an amazing day.